Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Students, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So, we are learning the mnemonic student by focusing on each letter, and so we have already covered STUDE, and today we will start from N. N is now. Do not procrastinate. Do what has to be done now. Procrastination is the greatest obstacle to greatness and success. Great ideas may come to everyone, but the difference between the people who succeed and those who do not depends on how quickly they act on their ideas. Successful people put their ideas into practice. The people who don't succeed are the ones who say, "Oh, I have a great idea, but maybe tomorrow I'll have a better one. Actually, I'll wait until I have many good ideas. Meanwhile, I'll store my ideas in the computer until I'm ready to take up the project perfectly without one single flaw." Well, and that will never happen, as we all know. If on a daily basis you work with your ideas and projects, handling your responsibilities and tasks as they arise, you will get everything done and with much less pressure. On the other hand, if you postpone things for the next day, thinking that you have more time, then other things inevitably come up. Then your tasks multiply, pressure builds up, and you get so frustrated that when you look at your cluttered desk, you're tempted to throw everything away and do nothing. When you attend to things as they come, your mind remains relaxed and uncluttered, and your mental energy is free to be used for attaining internal fulfillment. However, when you're constantly pressured by time because you have not done what you should have done, there is no room within your cluttered mental space for peace and relaxation. There is that nagging feeling of um, knowing that you are behind certain things and that they have to be done. So, therefore, remember DIN, do it now. Never postpone until later what can be done now. Act on your good ideas now. Don't wait even one day. So focus on trying to avoid procrastination, especially if you're a student, especially as exams come, homework, all those things should be done in a rhythmic manner and in a timely manner. Finally, the last letter T is for target. One must always have a target, a goal towards which to strive. Professional and social goals should always be kept in view. Whatever you want to become, be it successful scientist, a politician, or a religious person, strive to attain that goal. Never lose sight of the most important target, your spiritual target, which is liberation, self realization, God realization, nirvana, they all mean the same thing. To be united with God is the ultimate goal of all studies. Everything in this world is transient, and we should remember that. Although practically we have to do what is necessary to be successful in this world also. So always remember with sincerity and determination what being a student implies. So let us summarize real quickly the mnemonic student. S is for study, and we have already covered each of these in detail in the last few days. S is for study, T is for tenacity, U is for understanding, D is for devotion, E is for eradication of defects, N is for now, and T is for target. So if you remember this day by day, your experience as a student of life will be fulfilling and rewarding, and you will attain all the goals you have set before you. So let's move on to the next chapter, which is a very important one, that what is your goal in life? According to science, human possibilities are limited, but according to yoga philosophy, they are not. According to yoga, you are a spirit, not a body. You are essentially the self, not a limited personality. Therefore, you have within you unimaginable resources. Science has not yet advanced sufficiently in the study of the mind to realize that there is no limit to your potentiality or to your success. These are limited only by the congestion of your own thinking, by the miserliness of your own view. Think about all the truly great people that this world has known. What made each of them so great? All the elements that made these people great are in each of you. Each one of you could be like a Mira, like a Shankaracharya, Mahatma Gandhi, or even like Buddha or Jesus. You must decide what your goal is going to be in life and then let that goal mold your personality. Once a student went to a spiritual teacher who asked him, "Well, what will you do in your life? What is your goal?" The student replied, "I want to pass my examinations, be well educated, and get an impressive degree." Then the sage asked him, "What are you going to do after you get your degree?" "I will get a job, get married, and have children." Then the sage asked, "What will you do after that?" "Well, I will educate the children." "And what will you do after that?" "I will grow old and the children will serve me." "And then what after that?" "I will grow still older and then one day I will die." "Is that the goal of your life, just to die?" said the sage. "There is a better goal. Try to understand your relationship with God. What will happen to you after death?" God realization is the true goal of life, and true success means attaining God realization. If you have attained God, you have attained all that is to be attained. There is nothing greater than that attainment. As you move towards God, your personality blossoms and every good quality develops. You become a brilliant student and perform your duties in an excellent manner. You become a harmonious and relaxed person, bringing joy wherever you go. So, with God realization as your goal, you attain maximum quality in your life. But without God realization as the goal, your life remains very worldly and very shallow. You find yourself chasing one fleeting attainment after another, but never gaining real or true happiness. Your mind may be overpowered by the desire to become rich. By the time you succeed in this, however, you realize how unhappy you really are and how many rich people there are around you who are also miserable. Then you think you would be truly happy if you gained skill in music or in some other art and you work hard at this. Still, you are not contented. Restless, you chase one desire after another, looking in the wrong places for true happiness. Ultimately, however, complete fulfillment comes only when you are in tune with God within yourself. It's a beautiful story of a horse with one defect. In a humorous story from the Middle East, a man went to the market to buy a horse. While shopping around, he encountered an eager horse seller who declared, "My horse is the best. He has the most extraordinary qualities. Please tell me more about this unusual horse," the man said. "You know, my horse has such wonderful qualities. He is well built and extremely muscular. He has a long, silky mane, finely sculpted ears, beautifully um, clean teeth, and a powerful jaw. I could go on and on singing his praises." "Well, is there anything that is not perfect in this horse?" asked the buyer. "Yes," said the owner, "there is just one defect." "What is that defect?" replied the man. "The horse is dead." Similarly, you may have money, fame, artistic talents, popularity, but if you do not have the goal of attaining oneness with God within your heart, if you lack character and ethical values, you are just like the horse in the story. You have so many excellent things, but you are dead. So many zeros. A teacher in India with a good sense of humor used to give a mathematical illustration to show the value of love for God. 1 0 equals only 0. But if you put 1 in front of that 0, you have 10. Two zeros equal only 0. But if you put 1 in front of them, you have 100. Similarly, three zeros are only zeros again, but if you put one, they become 1,000, and so on. So, if you take the one away, what is left? Everything becomes zero again. Similarly, you may acquire so many things, but they are just so many zeros. But if you put love of God in your hearts, then that puts a 1 in front of all the zeros. In other words, with love of God in your heart, whatever you acquire becomes of value. Take God away from your heart, and your life becomes empty. When problems develop in your life and other people do not seem to hear what you have to say, you must realize that God within you hears you. When you have to face difficult situations and no one comes to your help, there is a power in your heart that is going to help you. That power is God's power. Through God, you can do amazing things. And in tomorrow's satsang, we will look into the secrets of success and what is true success. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.